So if you are new to colour pencils, you know, and you're wondering how I'm finding the colours, you know, and why I've chosen these colours, it's because you know, I've been doing this for quite a few years, and you can sort of, like, the more pictures that you do, you know, the more you kind of like see the colours. And I think I said this in one of the other tutorials, that was the cold grey 4, that you end up going around when you're out and about looking at things and going, oh yeah, that's the cold grey 4. You know, especially if it's like rain clouds and that, and you think, oh, you know, cold grey 4, 5. Yeah, so you do suddenly realise that you've got the hang of it. Right, so this bit here is our greys, and I'm going to start with the base layer as the cold grey 1, and I'm going to do it like I did this part. So soft pencil strokes, and we do want to blend it in around here and to about there. And it sort of blends in, actually, and it sort of does. Once I've done this layer, we'll go in with cold grey 2, because then it needs to sort of blend in around here and around the eye. And I think that needs to be the cold grey 4 on this part as well. So I'm just doing pencil strokes in that direction, and we're going to get it to blending around there. To about there. So let's go in with the cadmium orange, just to make sure that's in there. Okay. Now we have got a white halo around there, but that kind of needs to be there. But what I'm going to do, just going to go over it lightly with the cadmium orange, and then I'm just going to come in very gently with the white, because there is a very light ring around it. Right, okay, so carrying on with the cold grey 2. So we want to go in there, and it needs to come in like that. So we are just going to do this bit around the eye first of all. and cold grey 4. And then we've got under here, we've got some grey under the eye. So we just need to go in lightly with that. And just under here. Okay, so you can sort of see it's all sort of, you know, fitting together there now. Okay, so back to the cold grey 2. And just around there. Just going to go in with the cold grey 4 on top. Cold grey 2, and then I'm going to add some white like that. So I like, this is what I like about you know, when you're starting a new project and you're putting your first colours on, and then you sort of think, oh god, you know, is it going right? So I'm just going to come in with the cadmium orange there, and then you start, then you've got this isolated part, and then you're thinking, god, you know, that doesn't look like it fits very well. And then you start adding colour around it, and suddenly it all starts falling into place. Just adding a bit of white around the eye to sort of highlight that part a bit. Okay, let's come back in with the cold grey 2. So we're coming in lightly. And it needs to sort of continue to there. And then down to here. So we want to be able to see the feathers there, because then it's going to start coming in brown and you can see that there is a contrast in colour there. Okay, so we're going to come in with the cold grey 4. Just want to darken that bit. And just gonna